Hello, friends, and welcome to the Albany series. Here we find a 6-unit lash-up of a regional carrier is waiting at a UP-controlled signal for an Amtrak train to clear heading south. And this just illustrates in small part the variety you can find trackside at Albany, Oregon. Albany is a case study for a variety of railroad operations. With one passenger railroad, 2 yards, and 3 freight railroads working here, it really is the nerve center for rail operations in the Willamette Valley. Amtrak Cascades number 505 is less than a half mile from its station stop at Albany en route to Eugene for the night. In this series, we will see what trains currently work into or out of Albany and go further to the ends of the branch lines that rely on Albany to supply the cars of freight that keep the Oregon backwoods economy going. This sizable lash-up will be heading up tonight's Toledo hauler. The PNWR 2307 needs to be made the leader, so turning the set of engines here at the Y just south of Albany Yard will be necessary. The Y is partly connected to control point VP 692, which has dispatcher-controlled switches from the yard to the UP Mainline. Within the control point, the dispatcher can also line this train towards the OE yard on what is referred to as the Santiam lead. The headlight in the distance on the Santiam lead belongs to a switcher working the OE yard. It sounds like the disgruntled patrons of the Albany Pet Hotel are demanding some room service. Unless they were just trying to send a friendly greeting to their potential next guest. Once the dispatcher normalizes the crossover switches, the engines will be lined straight to head to the tail switch of the Y. consist, engine 2317 has Willamette and Pacific stickers on the long hood, and Portland and Western stickers on the nose. The other two switches of the Y are hand-thrown switches. While the Toledo crew lines themselves straight, on the main line an RVPDX storms by. With no prime mover of its own, slug number 102 draws current from the rest of the consist to power its traction motors. With clearance granted to occupy the main track once again attained from the UP dispatcher, switches can now be thrown by hand to align the Toledo power through a crossover into their yard. GP38-2 and GP39-2 locomotives, along with the Slug, will power a train of wood chip loads and a string of empty boxcars for the Georgia Pacific Paper Mill in Toledo. Where the Toledo branch crosses the OE branch here is one of the iconic railroad locations of Albany. And if you stay tuned to the series, we'll soon see action on this line as well. I kicked off this series with the evening departure of the Toledo hauler. In part 2, we'll have a look at the Albany and Eugene haulers, which reach Albany both after dusk. I hope you'll be here for that. You won't want to miss it. Until then, this is Pacific Rail Productions, out.